Randall with KravMagaTraining.com. In this video, I want to go over the outside slap kick. I want to discuss some pointers on how to generate more power when you throw this kick. When new level 3 students learn this kick, that's the biggest problem they have, is they just can't get any power when they throw this kick. So I'm going to give you 3 suggestions, 3 things that you can implement to increase your power with this particular kick. So the first thing is this. When you're in your fighting stance, before you throw the kick, if you're throwing it with the back leg, what I want you to do is take your back foot, pivot on it this far, so that way your knee and your toes are turned at a 45-degree angle. So my shoulders will rotate, I'll pivot my back foot, and I'm going to turn this hip forward. When you do this, it kind of spring loads you for this kick. You kind of rotate your hips, so that way from this position, I'm going to take my hips, as I throw the kick, twist them, and I'll generate a lot more power. Most people don't use their hips at all, and it's just the leg motion. Like most combatives, power comes from the hips. So by doing this, I'm loading up my hips, and then as I deliver the kick, my hips will rotate back. Think about the pivot or the turn as like when you throw the cross. If you throw the cross or the rear straight punch properly, you should be pivoting that back foot. Well, it's the same concept. As a matter of fact, you can throw the cross first, and then throw that slap kick from this position. That's a nice little setup you can use in sparring. You'll have a lot more success landing that particular kick if you do try it in sparring, because oftentimes the person will cover their center line, you can come around, slap kick them in the side of the head because that area will be open, or their hands will come up, you can hit a lower target on the side to land that slap kick. So that's the first thing, is twist your hips, pivoting your back foot. The second thing I would suggest is when you throw the kick, make sure you throw the kick initially at a 45-degree angle. So part of the reason why people don't have a lot of power is because they'll throw the kick here, and there's not a lot of space from here to the target, so you won't get any power. I aim for an angle like this, about 45 degrees, kick out, and then bring it across. And notice when I bring it across, I bring it over to the other 45-degree angle. That way I have some follow through on the strike. If I'm hitting a solid target like this, then I'll just recoil it. You can bypass that part. But either way, you're still kicking at a 45-degree angle. So here, then whip it across. Don't bring it up too narrow, because if you don't have sufficient space, you won't have sufficient power. So that's the second thing I would suggest. And the third thing is, make sure when you throw the kick, it's not with a straight leg. It's not the straight leg kick, it's not a crescent kick, which is what's called in some techniques. It's a slapping motion. If I want to slap the shit out of someone, I'm going to bend my elbow to do it, not this motion. Well, you're basically doing the same thing, but instead of using your hand to slap the shit out of someone, you're using your foot to substitute that. So it's the same concept. Not straight leg, but bend the knee, just like you're going to do a front kick. And then as you kick out, that's when the knee and the hips come across. So knee bends, and then on impact, that's when the leg should straighten out. So if they go slowly, right there, that's when it should straighten out. And same thing when you use this in sparring, you'll land this kick more often, because if you bend the knee, the person will think that you're throwing a front kick, so they will defend accordingly. Oftentimes they'll defend the center line, they'll cover up their center line, and that will open up the side. So I'll bend the knee here, they think the front kick's coming, then I trick them, slap the shit out of them with my foot. So those are the 3 things I would suggest in order to generate more power. 1, twist your hips, pivot your back foot, load up properly. 2, kick out a 45-degree angle. Don't kick so narrow, kick at an angle. But don't kick way the fuck over here, because that's too far. The person will see it coming, and you actually lose power. So 45 degrees is the sweet spot. And then 3rd, make sure you bend your knee at the beginning, the leg straight on impact. So once again, 1, 2, kick at an angle, and 3, bend the knee, the leg straight on impact. If you do all those 3 things, you'll not only generate more power, you'll land it more often when you spar. If you're not sparring, you're never going to make any of this shit work. So especially if you're an advanced student, if you're a level 3 student, you should be sparring by now. So that's the only way you're going to get good at this stuff. Okay, that's enough stuff. Thanks for watching.